StudioCall is QuickLink's own video calling platform that gives you a very high level of remote management and control over your contributors. It is natively integrated into StudioEdge, which means you can bring high-quality remote callers into your production from almost any mobile or desktop device. In this video, we will walk through how to introduce a StudioCall caller into StudioEdge, from assigning a channel to StudioCall to inviting your guest in StudioManager, through to seeing your caller appear in a StudioEdge channel. The first thing you need to do is log in to the StudioEdge web interface at edge.quicklink.network and connect to the StudioEdge device you want to use. Once you are connected to your StudioEdge device, choose the channel you want to use for your StudioCall caller. On that channel, click the blue Call button, then select StudioCall from the list of available platforms. This assigns the channel to StudioCall and prepares it to receive StudioCall callers. You are now ready to switch over to StudioManager to invite and manage your guests. To do this, open a browser and go to the QuickLink StudioManager portal at quicklink.network. Sign in using the same account details you used for the StudioEdge interface. After signing in, you will be taken to the StudioManager interface that you use to invite and manage StudioCall guests. On the left side, you will see your device list. Here, you will find a device name such as QTX, followed by your server serial number, and then the StudioEdge channel. This represents your StudioEdge device and the specific StudioEdge channel you have assigned to StudioCall. The number at the end shows the channel. For example, -1 is StudioEdge channel 1, -2 would be StudioEdge channel 2, and so on. If you have assigned multiple channels to StudioCall, you will see multiple devices listed here. The next thing you will need to do is prepare your room for connecting your StudioCall caller. You will find rooms on the right side of the interface. Rooms define how callers connect with each other and with your StudioEdge devices. Rooms can be added by clicking the blue plus icon here in the bottom right corner. Depending on your account, there are a couple of different rooms available. One-to-one room for a high-quality two-way call with a single guest and a single device with the option of video previews. Pro room for flexible production workflows where you can fine-tune data rate, audio mode, and buffer settings for demanding broadcasts. Conference room for group discussions where multiple participants join the same call, ideal for panels and roundtables. There are other room types such as waiting, commentary, or talk show, used for specific workflows like green room holding, commentary, or talk show formats. For a full description of each of these room types and the workflows, visit the QuickLink knowledge base. In this example, we would like to introduce a single guest and return a single program return, so we are going to use a Pro room. Clicking the settings will allow us to configure data rate, audio rate, and other settings. You are now ready to invite your StudioCall caller. At the top left of StudioManager, click the arrow next to your account name to open the menu, then select Invite Guest. In the Guest Invite window, make sure the Single Invite tab is selected. Enter a friendly name for your guest. This is how they will appear in the StudioManager interface, so choose something you and your team will recognize quickly. Next, choose how you want to deliver the invite. You can send the link by email, WhatsApp, or SMS, or you can generate a link that you can copy and send using any other communication method your workflow requires. Now, set how long the invite should remain active. At the bottom of the window, you will see the Assisted Mode option. When Assisted Mode is enabled, your guest is guided through a simple sequence that prepares them for contribution. They are guided to allow camera and microphone access. Choose their camera, microphone, and speaker, troubleshoot if needed, and complete a quick test call which checks their network status and upload speed. When you are happy with the settings, click Send. StudioManager creates and sends the guest invite, and a confirmation message appears to confirm that the invite has been sent successfully. When your guest joins using the StudioCall link, they will appear in your device list alongside your StudioEdge device. Click the Settings cog next to your guest to open their settings. From here, you can remotely adjust their video and audio devices, view a preview, and access additional options to make sure your caller both looks and sounds correct before they go to air. If you need more detailed information on these controls, you can refer to the knowledge base articles that cover managing guests. To connect the StudioCall caller into StudioEdge, you now need to place both the StudioEdge device and the StudioCall caller into the room you selected earlier. In StudioManager, locate your chosen room. For example, your one-to-one, pro, or conference room. Drag the StudioEdge channel from the device list into the appropriate position in that room. If you are using a conference room, you would drag into the playout position. Next, drag the StudioCall caller into the same room. Once both are in the room, the system connects the caller to the StudioEdge channel, and your guest will be able to see the return video configured from the StudioEdge interface. Return to the StudioEdge interface in your browser. You will now see your StudioCall caller appear in the StudioEdge channel that you assigned to StudioCall at the start of this process. From here, you can enable features to enhance their video and audio quality if required, and also control audio gain from the Settings tab. If you want to add more StudioCall callers using other StudioEdge channels, simply repeat the process. In StudioEdge, assign another channel to StudioCall using the Call button. Then, in StudioManager, invite the guest and place both the StudioEdge channel and caller into your chosen room. So that is how you introduce a StudioCall caller into QuickLink StudioEdge, from assigning the channel to configuring your room, to inviting and managing the guest in StudioManager, through to seeing them appear live in a StudioEdge channel. For more how-to videos and detailed articles on StudioEdge and StudioCall, visit the QuickLink knowledge base.